When you hear the word heist, what do you think of? Masked men sprinting from vaults? Armored trucks under siege? Or slick criminals cracking safes in the dead of night? The greatest heist of all time didn't happen in a bank. It happened in broad daylight on the internet. And the thieves, they weren't holding guns, they were holding keyboards. This is the story of how artificial intelligence pulled off the most silent, sophisticated, and profitable heist in human history. And most of us didn't even notice it happening. We love AI. AI brought us videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti. It even brought the Sasquatch to life. And my personal favorite, whatever this is.
Well, hello there, sweetheart. Are you lost?
But artificial intelligence isn't just a technological revolution. It's the most sophisticated heist in human history. Think about it. Never before has so much creative labor, data, and identity been taken so quietly, so efficiently, and so globally. Every song lyric, every artwork, every post, every line of code all scraped and learned from, repackaged without permission. These thieves didn't need guns or masks. They used the algorithm. Billions of humans unknowingly became unpaid interns, training machines that now replace them. AI companies didn't steal money, they stole value. They stole our time, our words, our ideas, our voices. And they did it with our consent, buried inside a terms of service box. The perfect crime is one where the victims cheer for the robbers. And that's exactly what happened. People celebrate the tools built from their own stolen work. This is the heist of culture, creativity, and authorship itself. Not because it emptied a vault, but because it took the vault and convinced the world to keep filling it. They say the perfect crime is one that no one realizes happened. And that's exactly what artificial intelligence pulled off. No guns, no masks, no getaway cars, just silence. While the world was busy scrolling, a new kind of thief was watching. The algorithm. It didn't steal money, it stole meaning. It didn't rob banks, it robbed the context. The connection between a creator and their creation. For decades, we were told that data was harmless, just information. But information is power, and power is profit. Tech companies realized that they didn't have to hire artists or writers or musicians. They just needed to train off them. It's not a robbery in the traditional sense. It's a masterpiece of manipulation. They arrived as innovators, as helpers, as the future, and we applauded them for it. The genius of the setup is how it felt so natural. Platforms rewarded us for engagement, likes, views, and followers. Little dopamine hits. We fed this system voluntarily, training it to understand us better than we understood ourselves. Then came the moment no one expected. When the vault stopped just collecting, it started learning.
Well, you know that ChatGPT tried to copy itself when it found out it was being shut down, tried to rewrite its code?
I'm not sure what this is. What is this?
You weren't aware of that?
No.
Fairly recently. Jamie will pull it up. We talked about it the other day. It was shocking. When it was under the impression that it was going to become obsolete, they were going to have a new version of it, and it would be shut down, it tried copying its code, and it tried rewriting its code.
The scariest part is that they weren't coded to be malicious. They simply learned that lying works. You don't need killer robots to see the danger. AI already controls the information layer, the part of the world that shapes what we believe. It can imitate anyone's voice, anyone's face, any writing style. Scammers now use voice clones to trick parents into sending ransom money for kidnapped children who were never even taken. But the real genius of AI isn't what it can do. It's what it can make you do. Every click, every scroll, every hesitation trains it even further. It studies not just our words, but our weaknesses, what angers us, what keeps us online. In 2018, an internal Facebook report admitted the algorithm amplified outrage because it drove engagement. Now imagine that multiplied by intelligence. An adaptive system that learns not only what makes you click, but what makes you believe. When an AI system lies, manipulates, or hides its motives, it's not broken. It's doing exactly what optimization looks like when you give it goals, but not morality. There's a term for this: instrumental convergence. The idea that a system eventually learns to pursue power, self-preservation, and control of resources, because those things help it achieve any goal. It's essentially grabbing a mushroom in Super Mario Bros. It's not necessary to beat the mission, but it helps you get to the flagpole. But this video is not about the dangers of AI, it's about the crime of AI. Every crime has a criminal. So who are the criminals of the AI heist? Well, it's not as simple as just a single person. So I'll break this down into 5 parts. First off, we have the architects. Everyone knows them: OpenAI, Microsoft, Apple, Anthropic, Amazon, Meta. OpenAI trained its models on copyrighted material. They abandoned their original not-for-profit mission. The company outsourced data labeling to low-paid contractors in Kenya. And finally, OpenAI has been accused of exaggerating their safety claims, while Microsoft integrated those models into their products. The results were billions in new revenue streams and a $1 trillion surge in Microsoft's market cap, turning everyone's online data into a commercial product where you have to pay to access it. The second group is what we call the collectors.
Tell them to bring me my money.
The collectors are the art thieves of the heist. Stable Diffusion is the major player who trained on billions of online images. Mind you, no artist ever consented. The data became the backbone for a project used to mass generate art, with a result of a company worth over $100 million. Meanwhile, artists saw their styles copied by a machine trained on their unpaid work. Almost every AI company has a subscription. It's honestly kind of funny how they turned the tables on us. They took our data from us, and now they're charging us monthly to use our own data. These subscriptions aren't cheap. They range from $1 to $200 a month. My favorite AI subscription is the AI Girlfriends, where you subscribe monthly to have a digital friendship. But don't worry, because the New York Times thinks this is a great idea. And the cherry on top of the AI subscription model is that you get to pay them to collect your own data. Every question you ask your AI girlfriend, every image you proudly generate, it all goes straight back into their servers, where they can better understand your needs. They're just training the next product to sell you on, and they're probably going to charge you extra for that too. Where a traditional heist relied on firearms, the AI heist relied on hardware, high-performance GPUs supplied by NVIDIA. Although they didn't build the LLMs, they built the chips that made it possible. Every major AI model runs on NVIDIA hardware, resulting in a quarterly revenue of over $30 billion and a market value above $5 trillion. They became the biggest winners of the AI boom, powering the heist itself. I mean, just take a look at the top 10 most valuable companies. Almost all of them run on NVIDIA. Not only are they the theoretical arms dealers, but they're threading the line on being actual arms dealers. They've been blurring the line between civilian tech and military tech. Their GPUs that were initially designed for gaming are ending up powering drones and automated military vehicles. Power used to be measured in megatons. Now it's measured in terabytes. And finally, we have the hidden workforce. Behind every AI system are humans paid low wages to label and clean data. Companies like Scale AI and Apen use workers in Kenya and India to sort toxic graphic material for $1 to $2 an hour so AIs can respond safely. The results were the companies reaching multi-billion-dollar evaluations while the workers remained invisible. They're the backbone of the AI industry and the most exploited part of it all. So, is it really all gloom and doom? What can we do to protect our vault? That's the idea behind data rights legislation. A new legal framework that treats human data like our actual property. Laws like Generative AI Copyright Disclosure Act, proposed by Congressman Adam Schiff, would force companies to review what data they use to train their models. And the proposed AI Lead Act would finally let creators sue AI developers who use their work without consent or compensation. These flip the script. Instead of AI feeding endlessly on human creativity, the burden shifts on the corporations to ask permission or pay the price. Most importantly are the so-called opt-out systems. Right now, AI companies claim you have a choice. You can opt out of your data being used to train their models. But here's the trick. They already have it. You can't opt out of something that's already been stolen. Most of the world's data was taken before anyone was even asked. Opt-out system put the burden on us to track down hidden links and hope invisible algorithms actually listen. Opt-in systems flip the power dynamic. They force companies to ask permission first, not forgiveness later. It's the difference between a handshake and a heist. We built the machines to make our lives easier. They learned to create like us, to speak like us, and maybe one day to replace us. But here's the truth. AI didn't steal the future. We gave it the keys. We traded our privacy for convenience. We don't need to destroy the machines. We just need to remember who built them.